Warning, the following audio transmission will forever change your outlook on society. You will no longer believe the narrative. You are about to wake up and see things for what they really are. News, facts, and opinions. This is the Doom Daily Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Doom Daily Show. I am your host, Jester Dooms, the email, doomdailyshow@gmail.com. Everywhere on social media at Jester Dooms, the website, www.jestersvoice.com. Go there, leave us an audio message, buy an Apocalyptic Apparel t-shirt from us. Limited edition shirt comes down the end of the month, so make sure to get on top of that. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the show. Give me that 1 week IRL in real life interaction where you tell a friend, family member, or coworker about the Doom Daily Show, which none of you are doing, so fucking do it. I don't believe you. I don't believe that you're actually doing it, so fucking do it. Go over to Mike right now. I know he's at his desk and he looks busy. He's on the phone. Hang up his phone and be like, Mike, you need to listen to the fucking Doom Daily Show. Do it. Do it now. Download it. You're going to be happy you did. And then if he says no, just be like, fuck you, Mike, I quit. Good luck replacing me on fucking a Wednesday, dude. And that's what it is. It's Wednesday. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Doom Daily Show. I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday morning. I hope the coffee's nice and hot. Hope the cereal wasn't too mushy. I hope your breakfast burrito was a Edo-in. Hope all the stars are aligning for you this morning and that everything works out in your favor. Passing good vibes on your way. Speaking of vibes, man. Wow, we're rock and rolling with the Homestead stuff, and I'll talk a little bit about that today in the show. Found out something new, I think, about myself, and I don't even know where the first place to get started to go do this is. But I'm very convinced. I've discovered something new about myself. I'm still working on getting over this horrendous cough and just this sinus throat issue. I heard it once said that if you're under a lot of stress, it makes recovery time hard. You get sicker quicker. Like there's a lot of things that are stress induced. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm under tremendous amounts of stress every fucking day from like all corners, north, south, east, and west. It's all day it comes at me. Okay. And I'm not the type of person that usually lets stress or worry beat them down. Like something will bother me, it'll bother me for a little bit. If I can't figure out a solution, I usually ignore the problem. And I only let it eat at me if I'm still continuously working on a solution for the problem. Eventually I just get to the point where I'm like, fuck it. It's out of my control. There's nothing I can do about it. We're going to roll the fuck on. And that is how I live my life. But when you have new stressors coming at you, you know, the kids are in school, the wife's doing wife things, and you're just all the homestead projects. There's a lot happening in life right now. And I am so excited for the summertime to get here and life to start returning to normal. And then hopefully by this time next year, we're just in an utter bliss of just calm and focus and direction, and things are going well. That's what I'm hoping for this time next year. Hopefully it'll work out in my favor. But if you haven't been following the media, you would have seen that yesterday, and I'm not going to get into this, so we're going to talk about it right now so we don't burn up a segment on it. But if you didn't see, Trump gave Iran an ultimatum, and yesterday evening, he was going to wipe them off the face of the map, basically taking out all their bridges, critical infrastructure, refineries, whatever they had to offer that was a good target, we were going to take out. And this was supposed to happen at 8 p.m., last night on the East Coast, I believe, is what it was timed for. Anyway, so they did reach some sort of an agreement. There is a 2-week ceasefire deal as long as the straits remain open for fuel to pass without problem. We will be observing a 2-week ceasefire. Ladies and gentlemen, I would not look for that to last, and I would not look for Trump to give another ultimatum. I look for this to happen. I look for these assholes. I look for them to fuck around and find out yet again. And then I think Trump's just going to drop the hammer. Like, no more warnings, no more fucking around. We've tried. Y'all don't want to listen. This is what's coming. I would like to see this conflict end without extreme bloodshed and I wish a logical agreement could be met and that things would start calming down, but it's not going to happen. These people don't want to be told what to do. They don't want us coming in there enforcing policy and doing what we're doing. Okay. It's just not, I mean, it goes a lot deeper than that, obviously, but they don't want us over there and they don't want to listen. They don't want to bargain. They don't want to negotiate. They want things the way they want things, and we want things the way we want things. And we have bigger, better guns and bigger, better soldiers. And we are going to flex till there's nobody to flex on, is essentially what's going to happen. Now, some people are very upset about this, thinking about the innocent bloodshed that takes place. And I can't act like I'm ignoring that. I do think about that too. But at the end of the day, we're targeting infrastructure. We're not targeting churches and hospitals or any of this other shit. That's what separates us from them, isn't it? The U.S. isn't out there targeting hospitals or churches or schools, but that's what these other groups do, isn't it? So we're vastly different, aren't we? We'll be right back after these messages.
Want to advertise on the Doom Daily Show? Send producer Scooter an email, doomdailyshow@gmail.com, and this 15-second ad slot could be yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Doom Daily Show. It is still Wednesday. I'm still Jester Dooms, and the website has not changed. Go to www.jestersvoice.com. Pick yourself up an apocalyptic apparel t-shirt. It helps out producer Scooter and I greatly. Speaking of producer Scooter, what the hell are you doing over there? That does not belong in your nose. No, it doesn't. It's a paper clip. No, it's not jewelry. It's a paper clip. Put it back on the papers. Okay, good. Anyway, producer Scooter is over there accessorizing. Had a conversation yesterday with producer Scooter on the phone, and it was about something I had recently discovered about myself. And he suggested a medication that I take, and I took it, and I think it's too early to tell whether or not it's actually doing its job or not, but I think I am noticing a mild improvement. I think maybe. So ladies and gentlemen, I think I have developed a mold allergy, that I'm extremely susceptible to mold. Now, I got to tell you, so on Thanksgiving of 2025, my wife and kids and I and my father, we all took a trip down to Florida, got an Airbnb. We stayed at this Airbnb for like 4 nights, something like that. Met up with the in-laws, met up with one of my friends in Florida, and, hung out at the Airbnb, did whatever. And for those of you that follow me on social media and actually come into my lives, I actually did a live on TikTok talking about something in the Airbnb is fucking me up. Okay. And I'm sure some of you that are listening maybe remember that live, because I said I had to get out of there. It was a live I did on Thanksgiving Day. And I was like, I got to get out and go for a walk. So I walked down to the beach, a little over a mile. And I was saying, like, I can't breathe. If you remember in the live, I was saying, I can't breathe in this house. I said, I don't know how to describe what it is that I'm smelling or what I have going on here. But the best way I tried to describe it to everybody, it's like I'm tasting old cigarettes, or like it's the smell of a wet mattress. Like that's what I've got. When I breathe, it's like my body doesn't want to take a deep breath. It's essentially, it's like preventing me from breathing. And it's driving me insane. Like I feel suffocated in this house. I have to stand or sit by a window that has a constant breeze coming in, or I have to go outside for a little while to like actually breathe. Like something in this Airbnb was driving me insane. Nobody else smelled it. Nobody else was bothered by it. Nothing. Second to not last night, we're there. I wake up 4 a.m., sinuses on fucking fire. Really, 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 really bad. Could not breathe through my nose. Everything was burning. Pressure in the back of the eyes. Burning of the eyes. Just like it was really fucking bad. So the only thing I could think to do in that moment was pop some Benadryl and get in the shower and just let the hot water run on my face and try to inhale as much steam as I could to try to break up whatever it was causing me so much pain. A day later, we leave. And I'm still fighting this nasal congestion and now this throat issue, and it's just very, very bad. Okay. I am on the road heading back, and at this point, it's a sinus infection. It's in my nose, it's in my ears, it's in my throat. It is tearing me up. My wife's giving me Zyrtec, and this is on an 8-hour road trip. I'm driving, and I'm like tore the fuck up. It's brutal. Anything I could drink that was hot to help break this up. Nothing's working. So I just come to the conclusion there was something in there that caused me the stress that led to a sinus infection. Didn't really, kind of thought about mold, but really wasn't chalking it up to mold. Okay. I work a shift last week at work overnight. It's these guys keep the AC so low, like sub-zero temperatures all the time, because they're all heavy guys and they're always very hot. So they keep it at sub-zero temperatures. I'm in the building for, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't even in the building for the whole shift because we ran calls and whatnot, but I woke up, or the next day after waking up and being on a call, I've got like a tickle in my throat. And I could feel it was from being in that cold air. Like, that feeling. But then it just gets worse and worse and worse as the days roll on, to the point where I can't sleep at night because I can't stop coughing. And the only thing I could bring myself to think is that there's got to be mold in those vents. I mean, I can't ever think of a time. I've been there for almost 3 years now. I can't think of a time we've ever got those vents cleaned. There's got to be mold in there. There has to be. For how cold we keep it, how damp it is in there all the time, there's got to be mold in there, man. So, long and the short is, I think that I have 100% developed an allergy to mold. Now, I was really curious, so I started looking up mold allergy symptoms. Now, very common: sneezing, runny nose, stuffy nose, itchy eyes, coughing, often worsening in damp indoor environments. Other symptoms include itchy throat, skin rashes, do not have that. Wheezing, definitely getting some wheezing going on. Chest tightness, sometimes, but I think it's from the coughing. So when I started reading through these symptoms, I was like, holy shit, I got all these symptoms, right? Now, high humidity is a cause for mold, which it is at my work. And then water and flood damage are another one. Now, about a year before we stayed in that Airbnb, that area was underwater, along with that, more than likely, that Airbnb, because it was in the area that flooded. So the pieces of the puzzle just keep coming together. Now, there's one thing I was very curious about, and that was if these allergies can cause altered mental status. And I found out, yes, they in fact fucking can. So the idea of dealing with brain fog, confusion, unable to find the right words while being in these environments and while suffering from this, yes, absolutely. Now, the other night, I'm banging my head against the wall because this cough is just persistent and it will not stop. And eventually, I climb my ass out of bed for the 10th time that night. And I'm trying everything. Saltwater rinses, ginger tea with honey, tried cold medicine, everything. The only thing that seems like it got it to calm down and eventually stop was some Benadryl. So I'm over here now convinced, oh shit, I'm taking, Benadryl and this is subsiding. We typically give diphenhydramine for allergic reaction. So this is like an acute thing. Maybe there's also mold in my house that I don't know about that's causing this to get worse. So now I'm finding myself kind of just figuring out where to go next. Well, producer Scooter, being the awesome person that he is, suggested a medication to take for this, and I'm trying it, see how it goes. I don't think I'm going to notice the effects like immediately, but I'm hoping that I will. But the long and the short of this is that, it's, if this is the case, I guess my next logical step is to get an allergy test and say, hey, I think I have a mold allergy going on. I've been getting really tore up. And I just want to know for sure if this is what it is. Which, I mean, given the evidence and just circumstances that have persisted, I'm thinking that is what it is. It's got to be 100%. Now, producer Scooter has the lovely pleasure of listening to my voice every day, And he will sometimes comment, like, I can hear it in your throat, something, you're about to get sick, or, you don't sound too good, what's going on? Like, he can hear it. So I think as we take this medication and as things, kind of roll on here, maybe we'll notice through producer Scooter's lovely furry listening ears. Maybe. Anyway, we'll be right back after these messages.
Jester from It's Doomsday Podcast and the Doom Daily Show here. Do you ever find yourself overloaded with way too much information? Too many logins, too many passwords,
Too many websites for stuff you like? Yeah, I'm the same way. You don't have to worry about that with the Doom Daily Show and its Doomsday Podcast. Let's make it simple. Just visit linktree.com/JesterDooms. Add it to your bookmarks. That way, when you need to find the right information, it's right there, under a tap of your finger or a click of your mouse. Go to linktree.com/JesterDooms. Get it, got it, done. Remember, no one has all the answers, but this will provide you with a place to start. linktree.com/JesterDooms.
And now, on with the conversation. And here's Jester.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Doom Daily Show. I'm your host, Jester Dooms. The email, doomdailyshow@gmail.com. Everywhere on social media, @Jester Dooms. The website, jestersvoice.com. Go there, get a t-shirt. All right, moving on. Wanted to get into the Homestead house project update. What's going on with this and where we're at right now. I haven't talked about it in a while, I feel like. I did, however, post a video on social media yesterday, so if you want to go back, check that out. It's on the YouTube, it's on the Clapper, it's on the TikTok, it's out there. And there's something that there's like a little flame, excuse me, inside of you that burns, right? And whenever things aren't going your way in the realm of the homesteading stuff, that flame starts to get smaller and died out, and you don't have the big fight that you had in you when things are like rolling along good and things are going, right? And everything that transpired this week has really got that flame fucking burning again. Like, it really does. I'm fired the fuck up. Yesterday, I ordered about 250,000 creeping thyme seeds, okay? So just to put things into perspective for you, we have yet to do our retaining walls, but the guys that are doing the retaining walls, the initial grading and stuff has been done, has been started, and it has rocked and rolled, and it is good. And we actually got some work done on the road leading throughout the property, which is good because it's 10 times better than what it was before, which is fantastic. Trying to think here. The gentleman that was doing the bulldozer work and the big grading, like, because there's stuff I can't do with my machines, man. They're just not big enough. Like, they are just not, and they're not going to do the big stuff. So, of course, we had to call in bigger guys to do bigger things. You know, that's all. But we ended up having them do more than what we initially thought we were going to have them do. Okay. Now, I got to say, I'm ecstatically happy with the work that they did, and so much progress in such a short time that you could actually see the difference. Like, you're like, holy shit, this is night and day. Like, this is a night and day difference from where we were. And in a very short time, days, not long term, you're talking days, So since getting some of these things done, it's reignited that fire. So now I find myself, wanting to do other projects and build other things and try to get this place the way I really want it to be. Adding fencing, putting up permanent deer feeders, like doing different things. Okay, that's like where we're kind of at with all of this. Ordered the almost 250,000 seeds to plant of this creeping thyme because I am looking for ground cover to cover everything that I don't have to mow, and that seems to be about the best option. So here in a couple weeks, I will be putting this shit everywhere, and I'm pretty ecstatically happy about that. And I guess it takes a couple years for it to actually do what it's up to 2 years to do what it's actually supposed to do. But basically, when this grows, from a distance, it'll look like grass when it first starts growing. You won't be able to tell exactly what it is. It'll be a green 3-inch tall plant, ground coverage. You won't be able to tell much. And then what happens is, after about a year to 2 years, it starts to bloom, and it blooms in different various colors. Yellow, red, purple, blue, green. And basically, when it blooms, it's just like a ground coverage full of different colors and little, you might have like a blue patch over here, you might have a yellow patch over here. Whatever one decides it wants to take over that area, it will, and I guess it self-seeds and keeps kind of moving, is my understanding of this. And apparently it's a really I don't want to use the word non-invasive. From what I've been reading and what I've been discovering about it as doing this is I would say it's a very non-destructive plant. Like, it's not going to tear its ways into your water lines. It's not going to tear its ways into your septic lines. It's not going to choke out a tree, right? Like some other ground covers out there that you put down will get really deep rooted, or they'll choke out trees, or they'll prevent every single thing from growing. I guess this is a little bit more tamer and very easy to mow down with the lawnmower. So if you decide, hey, it's getting a little too thick in this area, I got to do something about this, or hey, it's encroaching a little bit and it's now getting too close to this one area where I don't want it, you could just mow it down. And continuously mowing it will make it eventually blend with the grass, and I guess it keeps it at bay, is my understanding from little things I've poked around at with online. But now that this has kind of started to happen, and we're really moving forward here, and things are really getting kicked into high gear, kind of like, we're about to go into overdrive with the projects here. Which is, I mean, in my opinion, it was long overdue. But if things didn't happen the way we wanted them to happen, if things happen the way we wanted them to happen, we may not be getting the results we are now. And we've been really happy with said results. If I could just get my sinus issues and these things to calm down so I could actually successfully do these shows, that would be fantastic. There was a time, and I want to say it was right after Thanksgiving, in realm of these voice issues, where my voice had just totally went away. Like, not sick, no sore throat, voice just disappeared. It was gone. Like, overnight, I woke up one day and just didn't have a voice. Wasn't yelling, wasn't doing anything out of the ordinary. Just woke up one day, voice gone. And I think Producer Scooter even referenced before that, like, I could hear something coming in your throat. And then boom, voice gone. I really want this throat and sinus issue to go back to normal. For those of you that don't know, I used to have a deviated septum, and I had the surgery to fix that, where they go in and they cut everything out and they put the tubes in your nose. And it was brutal. It was a very brutal surgery to go through because I got wicked sick from the anesthesia, and I was throwing up while having those tubes in my nose. And the best way to describe that, it's like getting hit in the face with a ball bat, like when you're trying to recover from that, and you can't chew, you can't do everything. Anything hurts. My wife had to cut up like sandwiches into bite-sized pieces for me so I could pop them in my mouth to eat something. But it was absolutely horrible. But I would get the surgery again and again and again, because before that, I couldn't breathe through my nose at all. It was really freaking bad. Now, got the surgery done, could never breathe so good, and now this issue's happening, about 10 years later. So I don't know. It's a very bizarre thing that's happening. I guess this newfound allergy, this newfound issue that is creating torment and chaos. If you guys go back and you listen to, if anybody's, long-time listeners, if you were listening to the It's Doomsday podcast from 5-6 years ago, I do not sound the same. Like, you could hear it, that things have changed. Like, my throat's tired, something's wrong. You can hear it. Anyway, that's all the time we got for today. We'll be back here tomorrow on Thursday for another exciting episode of the Doom Daily Show. Producer Scooter, if you would, sir, hit that button.
News, facts, and opinions. This is the Doom Daily Show.